listened to my song, and now I am ready to speak to you. So, the biggest thing in this whole journey and taking a step to your future and your purpose, it's a blockage. It's the world or your life experience is telling you you're not good enough. You've been through so much. You're not even all the way there yet. You continue to go through very hard, difficult experiences. How can I help someone else through experiences when I'm still going through them? I'm not ready. I'm not healed enough. I'm not, all these blockages that say that you're not ready. It's only you saying that you're not ready. But everyone is ready. Everyone needs to be healed. And everyone deserves to be healed. Everyone deserves to be heard. For me, it took a very surprising acceptance of who I was to wake up to what I needed to do to heal my own heart. And through God and through, whoever you want to believe the higher power is, but when you surrender yourself and you fully surrender and you don't have a choice, you just feel like you're at the end of the road and you're trying to make the right choices, and no matter what, you feel like you're constantly just having to fight. You're constantly have to battle, and you don't know why, because you don't wish bad on anyone. You don't want to hurt anybody. You've always tried to do the best for everybody. So why do you have to fight so hard? Why do you have to continually experience these hardships, these battles? Well, they're all for a reason. And whenever you figure out the reason and you let that pain go, you open yourself up to your purpose. And that's how I'll start this video. But I also want to give you a little story about myself. And I hope this helps you. I hope this is my start to the rest of my life and my life purpose, because I can't silence my soul anymore. I can't hide what I need to do. And my soul has been telling me before I even woke up, before I even surrendered, I always had a calling. I didn't go through all the experiences in my life for no reason. I didn't go through all of this. I didn't have all these obstacles, endless amount of opposition and resistance in my life for no reason. I was meant to help other people. I was meant to help you. I'm meant to guide you through the process of understanding the pain, the hurt, the heaviness that you feel. You don't have to feel it anymore. And sometimes us being sensitive people and just giving our all to everyone and not understanding why or how we were able to at such a young age just see past all of the pain that people were causing us, to be able to alchemize and turn that situation into something totally different, and still be there to try to run after those people and save those people. And then after we do that, we get into this cycle, especially when it's activated at such a young age. We get into this cycle of, okay, well, that's what I have to do, is I have to go run after these people. I have to save everybody because, we're so empathetic and we can see past other people's actions to see their hurt and pain and their inability to understand what they are doing or to be able to deal with what they're really going through to the root of their problem. So then we already know that, we feel that, we see that, whichever, clairvoyance, clairsentience, whichever ability that you have or you've had as an empath, you feel it, you know it, and you carry it. And you're going to carry it, and you're going to feel that weight of that, the weight on your chest, the heaviness, like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you don't have to. You don't have to. You accept that you need love. You deserve love. For me, I had this unbalanced give and take. I was always giving my love to everybody, and I always had to protect everybody, and I carried that. And then, that in turn made me disconnect, and that made me feel like I couldn't, had basically a very misconception of love. And you don't have to feel that way anymore. Just understand that your pain was for a reason. Once we discover that reason, we realize our pain is for the purpose, our purpose, our higher calling, our awakening to why we went through it, to understand that we don't have to be in pain. We don't have to wonder anymore. It's time that we face and do that inner work. And it is hard. It is depressing. And I'm telling you, as a person that's going through it, has went through it recently, very unexpectedly, I wanted people to understand. I wanted someone to come to me and say, you know, I understand what you're going through. I wanted someone to interpersonally come to me and just say, you know, that I understand this isn't, you know, something you're going through alone. And I want you to know that you can reach out to me and I will be there to tell you you're not alone. And let you know that if you've had all these challenges in your life and you felt like you can't escape it, you've always had to fight, you've always had to, well, that fight is done. It's over when you allow it to be over, when you accept that you are different, when you feel different. Quit fighting it, because I fought it for so long until I realized I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to accept it. And I have a knowing that no matter what, this is my calling. And my story starts from whenever, I'll just tell you a very, very brief, you know, recap. You know, at the age of 4, you know, I didn't understand why I always felt different. I don't remember ever being a child. I don't ever remember thinking like a child. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to tell you 3 things that you need to think about, or maybe do some inner work on, and realize your own patterns in order to break them. And the number 1 is to accept that you are different and accept that that's okay. Because once you accept, and then that's the first part, acceptance. And then once you accept, that's when the healing can begin. And it's not an easy process. It's a painful process. And that's what I consider the dark night of the soul. And I'm telling you, I felt I was going crazy. I needed someone around, but there was nobody around. I reached out to people and I'm trying to tell them, I feel like I'm going crazy, you know, I'm seeing all these signs, and I was the most analytical person you could have ever met, you know, mind over matter my whole life. I've overcome so many obstacles in my life. Mind over matter, you know what I mean? But then I got too mental. I got too mental in my perceptions of mind over matter to realize that, you know, source, spirit, Holy Spirit, God, Jesus, whoever you associate it to, was with me that whole time, protecting me. And I was activated in my empathic abilities at a young age, but I never understood it until I surrendered myself in a situation that I was trying to make the right choices, but I was afraid of the consequences of the right choice. So I surrendered myself and I said, God, you take this, I surrender. And then after that is whenever the veil just dropped and I felt crazy and I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But number 2 is the hardest part, is doing that inner work and understanding and, you know, taking your experiences and fully understanding them in a way that you understand they all happen for a reason. And that reason is something that you have to find. But, you know, if you can reach out to me, connect with me, I will help you understand those reasons and how I got through them. Number 3 is to heal. Fully let yourself heal your own broken patterns and your own inner child trauma. Because we, as empaths and people that have always went out and tried to save everyone, we don't need to work on ourselves because, you know, we've always went out and done the right thing. But no, those patterns of just giving all of your love away, that was in turn draining you. And it was depleting you. And it made you retreat into loneliness, depression, and this misconstrued conception, or I'm sorry, perception of love. And love is not you just giving everything away. So again, I wanted to just introduce myself. This is the first part of my journey, and I'm super excited, and I don't know, exactly where it's gonna go, but I hope that you join me on this journey, and I hope that you understand that I'm here for you, because there's so many people that they need to just know that someone is there for them through this process to help them understand all the trauma and all of the relativities. And I'm going to go into, trauma and, in other videos, and how it relates to physical illness. And there's just so many different things that I'm going to share with you through my personal experiences to help you understand that I can guide you through this process to help you grow, to get rid of that pain and embrace your true potential, because you're here for a reason. You're here, you're important, you're seen. Again, my name is Jessica Williams, and I truly hope that you subscribe, follow my video, share it. Like I said, I'm just a real person going through this process, and I'm super excited to start my journey, and here it is. Thank you guys, much love. All you beautiful souls, know you're not alone. Know you are loved. You just have to let that love in. Until the next video. Thank you. Much love and light. Goodbye.